Every morning, millions of people wake up, go to work, and build the life that they want. But somewhere along the way, the 9 to 5 becomes something people were told to escape. Now, what if the problem is not the 9 to 5? What if the problem is choosing a career that doesn't fulfill the real you? I want to welcome you all to Beyond the Clock, a podcast where we discuss careers, success, and what it really means to build a life that you enjoy. My name is Justin Mendoza, and I'm an information technology student very interested in cybersecurity. I built this podcast so I can prepare for my future career. Now, I've noticed a common conversation online, especially among younger generations, and the idea is that working a traditional 9 to 5 means giving up your freedom. Now, many people believe that the only way to be successful is to either start a business, become an influencer, or avoid corporate jobs immediately and completely. Well, I disagree. I believe that a 9 to 5 career can provide many benefits, especially when you choose a field that you are extremely passionate about, like me in cybersecurity. Today, I would love to discuss why the 9 to 5 is not as bad as people make it seem, and why a career in cybersecurity can provide both stability and personal fulfillment. Now, before we discuss on why 9 to 5 can be such a good thing, in my opinion, I think it's very important to understand why people criticize it. So, let's talk about it a little bit. A lot of it comes from social media, online, where we constantly see videos about quitting your job, becoming financially dependent, or making money without a traditional working schedule. You see these people post online, right? Social media, day in a life, trying to quit this, trying to quit that. While an entrepreneurship is flexible and it can be a great option, social media often only shows one side of that story. And it usually does not show the other side, where there's uncertainty, stress, and long hours that come with building your own business, right? So for many people, a traditional career, I think, provides something more valuable. It provides consistency. Having a predictable schedule and steady income allows people to plan their lives, support their family, save money, and most importantly, enjoy their time outside of work, right? And the goal should not be avoiding work. The goal should be finding work that fits the life that you want as a professional. Now, you see, for me personally, I want that traditional career. As someone, again, I mentioned earlier, studying information technology and want to pursue cybersecurity, my goal is to work in a field where I can solve problems, continue learning, and always make an impact. That's what I want, and that's what I thrive for. Cybersecurity is an example of a career, in my opinion, where a 9 to 5 schedule does not mean doing the same boring task every single day. And I think technology changes constantly, and in cybersecurity, new threats appear every day, and professionals have to continue developing their skills every day. And a career in that can provide stability while also allowing growth. There are opportunities to move into leadership roles, specialize in different areas. I myself want to specialize in identity access management. So it's not your hacking this, hacking that kind of cybersecurity. And I want to continue learning throughout my career. And I think that this is something that people tend to forget, right? A job doesn't have to describe your entire identity, but it can also be something that's important, and it helps you create the life that you want and having your life outside of work. Now I want to talk about a few benefits of a traditional career, and like I said, why I want to have that, right? Now, there are several benefits to it. First of all, that I can think of is financial stability. You make a yearly income, let's say $90,000 a year or $100,000 a year. Usually you start out less if you first got in the scene and go up higher. But let's say you start out with $90,000. Now you have $90,000 every year. It's financial stability. And it plans for goals like buying a home, traveling, investing, and supporting a family. When you have on the other hand, and when you have a business, sometimes you might make 10,000 in a year, and then others you might make 1 million. So it's just having that stability is why I love the traditional 9 to 5. Second is a work-life balance. When you have a structured schedule, you can actually create boundaries where you know when your work ends, when your work starts. You can focus on your hobbies, your relationship, fitness goals, even personal goals, or even just knowledge goals. Like me, I want to learn more and more about cybersecurity as I get more into it. I'm just a student right now, and when I become a professional, I want to keep going, and that goes into the third benefit, like, and what I think of, which is professional growth. Many companies provide training, they have mentorships, and opportunities to advance in that company or even in other fields if you want to. A career, I think, is not just where about you start, it is about the skills and experiences that you build over time. And a successful career does not look the same for everyone, right? Well, some people's success means owning a business, like we said earlier. For others, it just means becoming an expert in their field while having a time to enjoy outside of work, right? And that's what I want. I enjoy being good at what I do in my job, but I also want to have time outside of work. Now, as we close things here at the Beyond the Clock, I just want to remind y'all about the reputation that the 9 to 5 has gained for being something that people should avoid. And I think that perspective is just too simple. The real goal should be not to escape work and build a business and blah 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 blah. I think it should be finding meaningful work that supports the life that you want, that makes you grow in life. For me, that's cybersecurity. It represents the balance of me wanting to learn about security, wanting to grow my knowledge in the field, but also it supports the life that I want outside of work, whether it be traveling. It builds that stable future financially. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for listening again to Beyond the Clock. And I want y'all to remember that success is not about following one specific path. It's about creating a path that works for you. And as I get y'all the outro music here, I just want to cite some sources that I've used for this podcast. And one is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS for short, and the other is World Economic Forum Future Jobs Report, and lastly, Harvard Business Review, research on meaningful work and employee satisfaction. And again, just want to thank y'all for listening. Peace out until the next episode.